Hi everyone, welcome back. Session layer, which is layer 5, and it manages and controls the connection between computers. It establishes, maintains and terminates session between applications. So it means session management, dialog control and synchronization. Session establishment, maintenance and termination. What are those functions? The session layer sets up a session between two devices. This involves negotiating parameters such as who speaks first and how long the session will last. Because until there is session, two devices cannot receive the information. During the session, the layer ensures that the data is being transmitted in an orderly manner with mechanisms for recovering from interruptions like re-establishing a session after a brief disconnection. So for example, net is gone or something like that. Once the communication is complete, the session layer properly closes the session to free up resources. Dialog control. The session layer manages the dialogue between two devices, ensuring that the communication is properly synchronized. It can operate in half duplex, one direction at a time, a full duplex, both directions simultaneously, modes depending on the communication requirement. And it is similar to that. So for example, when we speak, right, this dialogue one. So for example, consider it as there is a seminar hall and there is a speaker. He is just speaking, so the information is flowing from speaker and other people are listeners. So it is half duplex. And consider another one, a debate session. So in the debate, all people are speaking, so information is flowing from all way, from one person to another. It's full duplex. So similar, something like that. Synchronization. To ensure data integrity and coherence, the session layer can insert synchronization points into the data stream. These points act as markers that can be used to resume the transfer from a specific point if the session is interrupted. For example, during a long file transfer, the session layer might set synchronization point so that if the transfer fails because of some XYZ reason, halfway through it can resume from the last successful point rather than starting over. Session management. Again, this layer manages multiple sessions, ensuring that each session remains separate from others and that data is properly routed to the correct session. For instance, you might have multiple applications open that are each communicating over the network. For example, a web browser and an FTP client. The session layer ensures that the data from each application is kept distinct. I mean, something should not happen that my email is going to another person, which it was not even intended for, and my recipient is receiving another email. Remote procedure calls. So let's understand the examples of layer 5, the session layer. RPCs, remote procedure calls. The session layer manages the session in RPC, where a program on one computer executes a procedure on another computer. Okay. Video conferencing. During a video call, the session layer manages the continuous session, handling any interruptions or changes in the dialog control. Authentication. When you log into a service, the session layer may manage the session from login to logout, ensuring that your session remains secure and that all actions are part of the same authenticated session. Okay, let's see the protocols used in layer 5, and these are the protocols, and this is again bit theory but something to remember. NetBIOS, used for allowing applications on separate computers to communicate over a local network. Point-to-point tunneling protocol, used for implementing VPN, virtual private network, which requires session management and secure connection. Remote procedure call protocol, that is RPC, allows a program to execute code on a remote server. And session initiation protocol, SIP, it is used to initiate, maintain and terminate real-time sessions that involve video, voice, messaging and other communications application and services. That's it in this video. Thank you so much for watching.